Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Jujutsu Kaisen episode 10 and last episode. Um, Yuji and Nanami faced this curse, two humans that were turned into curses, I guess, by Mahito. And Nanami sent Yuji after the kid, Yoshino sent him after him, and then he's gonna go after Mahito, I guess, by himself. And I feel kind of worried about that. But then, yeah, they said that his curse technique is to create a weak point on you, and he can defeat you with just a blunt of a sword or something or other. He doesn't need a lot of strength to kill you once he finds your weakness, I guess, or once he creates a weakness on you. So, yeah. What else? Usually has the divergent fist as a technique that he needs to be working on. It's like a two punch thing. First the punch and then the flow of the curse energy. And Nanami is gonna help him, I guess. Being able to like send 100% of his curse energy to the punch or something or other. So yeah, that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have a reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/me. So let's start this episode, and here we go.
Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review.
Okay. Police. Does he have curse energy now? Those their eyes. See, I really hate bullies, so that's why when they like turn against them, use powers. Sorry, but it kills them. I don't feel bad. Like I really don't. Like I feel like you are looking for it. Like he didn't do anything to you. He was just minding his own business. Why do you have to do this? I really hate bullies. Hmm? Oh, like change them. Oh. That's cute. He won't do anything. Mm, just barely. Uh, are you going to be able to? I'm afraid for you, man. I am afraid for you. Can you see it? Ooh. Oh, so that's the forest, dude. Don't you dare do anything to him. Uh, I am so worried. So worried. Wasn't he the guy that was in the school and that just watching those other guys beat him up, and not do anything? Clearly. You're about to die. So that's what happened. I thought he like noticed that he was about to kill him, and then he jumped in. Oh my gosh, Rudy, you are so cute, cute. Oh no, I love him. I hope he can like change him. You know, not let him give in to the hate. If any part of him touches you, does that change you? Uh, I'm really afraid. Thank you. Ooh, 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 ooh. He's going into overtime. Oh my gosh. I was like so worried about Nanami in this episode because the way that Mahito, right, the way that Mahito was talking about how he when he touches the soul he can change the soul or whatever, and then when they're fighting I'm like, oh my gosh, please do not let him change the soul of Nanami, you know even before the fight even actually started. And then Nanami compared Mahito to Gojo with the fact that they are both so strong and they have this air of I don't care, I guess, like I'm not worried, They have that in common. So I'm like, okay, Mahito must be like super strong. Like Gojo is also super strong. And I don't know how strong Nanami is, so I'm like I was worried. And then you have Mahito saying something about wanting to use Nanami as a test subject, try to change him as well. So I was like getting worried, but then Nanami was acting like really cool. He's like looking at his watch. It's like, it's 5:30 now, and in like 30 minutes, like 6 o'clock, I'm like done with being a sorcerer or something or other. Like my shift is done, so let's finish this quickly. And I'm like, I was just so worried. And then he used his, cursed technique about finding the weak point. And he caught Mahito, but that didn't do anything. And then he looked at the watch. It's like 6 p.m. And then he's like, go overtime. And then his cursed spirit, cursed energy, like increased. I'm like, I'm super excited. Even though I'm super excited, I'm still worried, man. Like I'm still worried. Like I really like his character, the straight laced thing that he has going on. And then I find like it's really cool to me, like when he's like loosening up his tie and feels like he's about to go in. So like I found that really cool. But then I'm still worried, man. I am so worried. I kept thinking that like is Gojo gonna show up or something? 'Cause, you know, he's the strongest, but I don't know, man. I really hope nothing happens to him. That Mahito doesn't turn him into. Ugh. And then when that one was crying, that human that he turned was crying, and then he like swept off the tear. I'm like, oh, my heart. I don't want anything to happen to him. And so you have those two fighting over there down the tunnel, and then you have Yuji and what was the other guy's name? I know I have it written down someplace. Is it Ichichi? I don't know, something. Ichichi. Kiyotaka Ichichi. So I didn't write it down. Okay. So Yuji and Ichichi, like I had to go through a lot of stuff. I had to research his name. So those two were going after Yoshino, right? And I'm like, first when he was in the club with those other two students, and they were talking about movies and stuff, and then those bullies came in, and then he's like, one of them had his foot on one of his movies, right? And he's like, I want to take it home or something. And then he had this look in his eye, and I'm like, okay, did Mahito do something, give him curse energy, or I don't know, something? And I worried that he was gonna use it there, but he didn't. And then they went back to him having this conversation with Mahito about the soul, and he can change the soul, and talked about love, and the opposite of love is something, I don't know, but they talked about a lot of stuff. And then by the end of it, Mahito gave, I guess, permission to Yoshino, right, to kill anybody that he wants. He's like, lives don't matter. Lives don't matter. Okay, so he gave him permission. You know, it's like, just like you're hungry, you eat. Just like when you're hungry, you eat. So if you want to kill somebody, just kill them. Like, he made it seem like not a big deal. So when that teacher was waiting for him in front of his home, and you know, like, he knows that those kids were beating him up, and then you like, there they were your friends, weren't you? And they didn't come to the funerals. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And his hatred for the teacher kept mounting, and you know that he was going to do something, because he had his fingers like this. He was going to do something to this teacher, and then Yuji showed up out of nowhere with the curse, the little cutie curse in his hand. I'm like, oh, and he just stopped him. I'm like, I don't know. I'm hoping that, you know, with Yuji's personality and stuff, that he can turn Yoshino away from fully giving in to his hate. You know, the way he got that professor out of the house. He took that. Oh my god, he took away his pants, and then the teacher had to run after him, and he made like a whole lap in like nothing. Oh my gosh, I wish I could run as fast as he can. I wish I had his physical ability, because that would be, I wouldn't be overweight. But yeah, so he came back to Yoshino. He's like, he wanted to talk to him, and he acted point blank that he hated the professor, right, and the teacher, right. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I hope I'm not gonna. I want to believe that it's gonna happen, because I really don't. As much as I hate those bullies and want something bad to happen to them, I don't want Yoshino to give in to the hate, you know, because it's easy to give in to the hate, and I want him to be able to overcome it. And I'm hoping that Yuji, with the personality that he has and everything, that he's able to become like a proper friend that's gonna lead him on another path, you know. Because I feel like that's why he's missing Yoshino, like to have someone that's fully in his corner and not someone that's, you know, Mahito is not, he's evil, okay? So you don't want that person in your corner to like fan the flame of hatred inside of you. You want someone that's good, that's gonna fully understand you, that's gonna fully like help you turn away from that path. So I'm hoping that you're just gonna give that person for him. Hoping. So, there's that. Yeah, before he even, they should like just a little bit of what happened before he actually like, jumped in front of Yoshino. And the thing is that they were getting ready to release um the that little curse that he ran in front of him. So Yuji like was trying to catch him, and that's when he interrupted them. And before they even get there, they're like going through all the different most like the different steps or steps. What's the word I'm looking for? Like all the different outcomes of what can happen. Like they'll like if they release the curse, and Yoshino doesn't know there's a curse there, then you know, save him. And if he sees the thing but he doesn't know how to defend against it, then save him. But if he sees it and he displays some kind of curse power or whatever, then we need to grab him. And you know, we need to grab him and stop him. So when Yuji like jumped right in front of him, he noticed that Yoshino could see the cursed spirit. So he's like, okay, we need to talk. Please let this talk be productive, man. Cause yo, okay, I don't think there's anything else that happened. There was something kind of cool about Mahito's powers. And it's like he can change the shape, the shape of your soul, and I'm like, sure. Oh my gosh, the shape of your soul, right? He can also do his as well. So he changed the shape of his soul in such a way that his feet sort of became sort of like animalistic, like that he can run really fast. And he was running really fast, you know, after and I mean when he did that, I found that kind of cool. But then I'm like, dude, you're evil, okay? Like nah. And then he's like he keeps humans with him. He's experimenting on making humans small. Like he has this turn the human into this small thing that he has in his hands, and then he's trying to see how big he can make a human. I'm like, Nanami, please be careful, because I'm really worried about him. Like he was really cool, but he was like his energy was increasing and all that. But I'm really worried. I'm still really worried. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe. And if you want to see the next episode right now, you can just check it out on my patreon.com/filming, and you can also see the full length of this reaction there as well. So that's all again, and I will see you next time.